In this video example, we're going to cover creating a contact form within MetaLocator. By default, new interfaces that display email addresses already have a contact form created. Within your database, if you import an email address in the email column, it'll be displayed as shown here. Each location in this example has the email address info@metalocator.com. Clicking that email address will take you directly to a contact form that will send this email to both the account owner and the location-specific email, which again in this case is set to info@metalocator.com in our sample data. So by default, new interfaces already have the ability to create a contact form. However, if you don't have an email field already configured in your system, or you need to otherwise add a contact form to an existing interface, the first thing you need to do is identify an email form field in your database. So we do that first by clicking Fields. And notice in this list we already have a field called Email that contains email form. However, if you don't have an email form field, or you already have data, or using that in a different way, you can make a new field. We're just going to call this one Contact. And under Field Type, we're going to select Email Form. The field type email form is the real control option that changes the behavior of this particular link. So that's the one that turns that link into a contact form. So I'll click Save. Now that we've created the field, the next thing we need to do is make sure that there's data in that field. Because I've just made that field, there's no data in it yet. What I'm going to do is quickly set this field to a sample email address by clicking Set Field Value, clicking Go. And I'm going to set the new contact field in every case to be test@fatika.net. Click Save, and that will update all the records in my database. Of course, if you import data, you would want to have that field value set in the contact column of your spreadsheet. Now that we have valid data in the column, we can add it to our interface. Let's load up the interface editor for this particular example. I'm going to first add our field directly to the end of our directory item template. The directory item template controls what appears in each directory item. So the first thing I'll do is click the MetaLocator field selector, and I'll choose the contact field that I just created and click OK. Choose Save. And let's reload the interface to see how that changed our layout. Notice now that we see test@fatika.net displayed at the end of our interface template. Clicking that will take us to a contact form, just as we expected. The next thing we're going to do is change this layout from, instead of saying test@fatika.net, to saying contact us. What I'm going to do is, within the directory item template in the source, I'm going to update this to say contact us. Actually, we'll change this to say email us today, just to be perfectly clear. Notice that within the contact tag, we have the phrase email us today. And you have an opening contact tag and a closing contact tag as indicated by the slash. We'll save that. And once that saves, we'll reload the interface to see the changes. Notice now that it says email us today, but the behavior is exactly the same. Those are the basic steps to creating a contact form within MetaLocator. Remember that all new accounts already have an email field created, and it already links to an email form. So by default, this behavior should already be present within your interface. Thanks.